All right, CMA Nation, well, we have reached the end of the road with our two-a-day deep dives into Major League Baseball win totals over the past 15 days. Today, we'll wrap things up with a closer look at the Washington Nationals and the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's start with the Nationals, who won 71 games last season. Their over-under is set at 72.5. On paper, this team looks like it should be markedly better, as they lost only one significant player, and that was left-handed pitcher Robert Garcia, who they actually traded to the Rangers for first baseman Nathaniel Lowe in return, who brings a very nice bat to this lineup. I like that addition. He doesn't have crazy power for a cleanup hitter, but you know what? Welcome to the Nationals, who had the least amount of home runs in all of the National League with only 135 last season. But they really are trying to address that issue as they also bring in Josh Bell and Paul DeJong. And combined last season, these two totaled 43 home runs and 127 RBI. So along with Lowe, their offensive production should be better. And that's not even counting two young stud prospects in outfielders James Wood and Dylan Cruz, who I think are ready to contribute and make an impact every day. Let's not talk about their pitching. They were near the bottom in the majors in ERA, WHIP, runs allowed, and opponent batting average. Mackenzie Gore did improve last season, but his numbers for an ace of a staff are less than impressive. The rest of the rotation is average at best, even if I do like them bringing in Michael Soroka as their number 5, but he just doesn't move the needle. This unit did little to improve, and frankly, I am worried about it. For the bullpen, this group was borderline bad last season, and while I do like the addition of Jorge Lopez and Derek Law, Jose Fair and Evan Reifert are interesting because of their potential, I'm just not sold on this group at all. Kyle Finnegan as their closer is probably one of the weakest in the National League, so not a lot of confidence there, and they will most likely struggle all season. The verdict is this is an interesting team because I think their offense is better, especially if some young guys step up quickly, but their pitching is still really bad, and I think they're going to struggle all year. The Nationals haven't had a winning season since 2019, and they've finished out of the cellar only once since then. So they have been rebuilding. This could be the year they put it all together, but frankly, I'm just not buying it. I think it will be close, but we're going to take the under 72.5, and we're going to give it one baseball on the confidence meter. All right, let's shift to the Toronto Blue Jays in the American League, who won 74 games last season. The experts do predict a bump up here as their over-under is set at 78.5. Let's see if we agree. The Jays were fairly busy in the offseason. They bring in outfielder Anthony Santander, who hit 48 homers last season, good for second best in the AL. Great start to trying to shore up some weak spots in their offense. They plug him into a lineup with Bo Bichette, Vlad Jr., George Springer. This could be a really nice explosive offense. I also like the addition of Gold Glover Andre Jimenez, who helps shore up the defense up the middle there. This offense wasn't horrendous last season, and it has gotten much better, although I do wish there was a little bit more speed on the base pass. I don't love it as much as they're hitting, but there are some things to like about this starting rotation. Kevin Gausman is their number 1, and while he regressed last season, I'm not quite as high on him as some others seem to be. He still is an above average ace, and I think he'll be fine. I love the signing of Max Scherzer as he continues to defy Father Time. He put up another solid season last year. He'll slot in as the number 4 and probably the best number 4 in the American League. The rest of the staff is good, but not what I would call spectacular. The bullpen last year was ugly. They were one of the worst in the ALS season. They give up more home runs than any other team in the junior circuit. That's the bad news. The good news is they did take some measures to drastically improve this. That starts with the signing of closer Jeff Hoffman from the Phillies, who had a 1.27, who had a 2.17 ERA, a .96 WHIP, and I think he's going to completely change the mentality and their performance of this unit. They also brought in guys like Dylan Tate, Nick Sandlin, Yimi Garcia, and while none of them are superstars, they all bring depth and upgrade to a squad that really needed it. They won't be the best bullpen, but they have improved immensely and will help this team close out games. So the verdict is, I love this team this year. The offense and bullpen are much better, and the starting rotation should be good enough. Yes, they do play in a tough division, but I think we're going to see some regression from the O's and the Red Sox, and that will open the door for the Blue Jays to step up. We're taking the over 78.5 wins, and we're going to give it 4 baseballs on the confidence meter. That's all we got for this year's preview of Major League Baseball win totals. Hope you enjoyed it, CMA Nation. If you did, check out our website at entercmansports.com, where you can find a lot more engaging content. Thanks. Take care. See ya.